A man can be himself only so long as he is alone, and if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom, for it is only when he is alone that he is really free. Arthur Schopenhauer. Simeon Stylites, or Simeon the Stylite, was a Syrian Christian who achieved notably by living 37 years on a small platform on top of a pillar near Aleppo in modern Syria, to get away from the ever-increasing number of people who came to him for prayers and advice, leaving him little, if any, time for his private austerities. Simeon discovered a pillar that had survived among the ruins in nearby Telanisa and formed a small platform at the top. He was determined to live out his life on this platform. Welcome to Relentless Man. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell. Please share our channel and look out for our upcoming videos. You don't have to go to such extremes to spend time alone. But like Simeon, spending time alone has incredible advantages for one's mental and emotional health, as well as their well-being. People have a natural tendency to be social beings, and the survival of our species thus far is due to our gregarious nature. Studies have shown that maintaining healthy social ties is essential to one's mental and physical health. However, time spent alone with oneself is also an essential component of proper mental wellness. Being in the company of other people has its benefits, but it can also cause tension and stress. You are constantly concerned about what other people think and believe about you. You change the way you act to avoid being left out and seem more like the other people in your social circle. When you take time for yourself, you offer yourself the opportunity to disconnect from the expectations of others and connect with your ideas, your emotions, and your experiences. Some of the signs that you need time alone. You are irritated for no apparent reason. In reality, no reason does not exist. There is always a reason why we sometimes feel angry, but we may not know what caused it or how to remedy it. Have you ever been just irritated without comprehending why? This is a strong indication that you want to be alone. You simply need to go away. Go be angry by yourself. We harm those we love when we fail to see this, and when we speak based on emotion rather than reason. You find yourself getting drawn into the dramas of others. When other people lump their problems or dramas upon you, you begin to empathize with them. There is nothing wrong with ranting sometimes, but you need to take a step back when you can feel your energy shifting and spiraling downward. Having empathy for others is quite different from being entangled in their drama. After one of these intense chats, you must retreat inward, take a moment to catch your breath, and confront your own difficulties head on. You are critical of yourself. At this moment, you need to be alone the most. When you begin unconsciously punishing yourself for doing or not doing anything, you should immediately begin exercising self-compassion. You need to recognize that your negative thoughts are false. You are fatigued. There is fatigue, and then there is constant fatigue. If you are sleeping through the night and are still fatigued at 4 p.m., it is a clear indication that you need some time to yourself. If you spend every second of the day with someone, human beings are social creatures. We are often surrounded by others in our daily lives. Constantly being with someone, particularly if you live with them, might feel normal. From time to time, ask yourself, when was the last time I did anything for myself, completely by myself? Short-tempered. The distinction between being reactive and responsive exists. When you act without considering the consequences, you are being reactionary. Being responsive is about thinking about what you are about to say. Try and be responsive and be alone in your mind before responding. If you find yourself being reactionary all the time, it's time to be alone. You struggle to finish even the simplest of tasks. This is not synonymous with lethargy. We all suffer from bouts of laziness, sometimes lasting for extended periods of time. Mustering the willpower to do the most menial things must be a sign that you need some time alone and to maybe recenter your motivation. Being anxious in social settings. Anxiety in social settings, or even the thought of it, is the clearest indication that you need some time alone. Be conscious of these signs and listen to your thoughts. Solitude can be the catalyst to changing all these negative emotions and feelings. There is a downside to being alone as well, but with practice and patience, you'll never look back. Why being alone is not always pleasant. For several reasons, solitude might be difficult for certain people. Some of the reasons people might struggle with solitude include lack of experience of being alone. The sudden lack of social stimulation might leave a person feeling isolated or estranged. Distressing thoughts and emotions. The introspection may be upsetting or cause individuals to engage in ruminating or worrying ways. The stigma associated with being alone. This is especially true for people who have been taught that being alone is bad, or who see it as a sign of antisocial behavior or social rejection, such as when someone eats or watches a movie alone in public. These unpleasantries are just stumbling blocks that can be easily overturned, and the emotional and mental benefits of solitude will come pouring in when they are. Healthy emotional benefits. Is it healthy to be alone? Spending quality time with yourself improves one's psychological growth and life experience. On the other hand, spending too much time alone can be bad for your physical and mental health. Ultimately, you must achieve a balancing act between these two extremes. Some of the healthy advantages of solitude are spending time alone increases one's productivity. How fast can you complete a task while family and friends are socializing around you? Your objective may be to perform tasks around the home, run errands, or fulfill a job deadline. Having people around you constantly, even a ping from your phone indicating a new conversation or email, might cause you to lose attention. When there are very few, if any, distractions, the brain is naturally wired to be more productive. So if you want more productivity, spend some time alone. Being alone fosters improved relationships with others. Being an extrovert is wonderful. However, being an introvert can occasionally be extremely beneficial. According to research, introverts are more in touch with themselves and convey self-awareness and empathy more effectively. This enables them to understand others around them and handle relationships vastly more effectively. In addition, research indicates that relationships flourish when both parties can maintain their independence. When they finally reconnect, the chemistry is astounding and invigorating. It enables you to rejuvenate your mind. Being the life of the party and chatting with friends may be fun and good for some parts of the brain function. However, what happens when your brain begins to lose its creativity, or when it begins to need a break from the excitement and energy of social life? In these circumstances, solitude might be advantageous. Spending time alone allows the mind to digest recent events, relax, and refuel. In addition, when your brain is relaxed, many things will begin to make sense and fall into place nicely. It stimulates your imagination. The finest thoughts are generated when the mind is left alone, in complete solitude. It generates incredible strategies, evaluates the pros and cons, and simply generates magnificent, unique ideas. So when you are under pressure to be creative and you cannot handle the cacophony of brainstorming, you may just withdraw yourself from the crowd, allow your time to reflect, and come up with a brilliant idea. Personal investigation. Being comfortable with your own company might provide you with the time and freedom to pursue your interests without distraction. It may be a means of trying new things, research issues that interest you, acquire knowledge, and even experiment with new forms of self-expression. Giving yourself time alone enables you to investigate these matters without the demands and judgments of others. Having time alone is essential for personal growth and development. Instead of worrying about desires and passions and the opinions of others, alone time allows you to concentrate on yourself. Relentless Man has 9 ways in which you can spend time alone and be happy about it. Number 1. Be your primary validation source. Having friends and relatives call you and show attention to you is a great experience. However, what happens when they are preoccupied with other things and they cannot text or call? In these situations, being upset that no one is paying attention to you won't help and will show that you are not the source of your worth. This is when you must intentionally teach yourself to get used to being alone and enjoy it. Take a break from the bustle of social life and pursue your interests, such as reading, writing, or traveling alone. Number 2, develop sensitivity and self-awareness. A person may be removed from psychology, but psychology cannot be removed from a person. This implies that you are the only one who can access your emotions and channel them so that you may be content being alone. Learn to spend time alone, develop self-awareness, and stay in touch with your emotions. This is a way to attain true happiness. Identify your objectives, aspirations, and failures. Determine what makes you tick and act accordingly. Number 3, spend time in nature. There is nothing more calming than connecting with nature. You may just spend time in a garden, or go out to the park, or listen to the birds in the trees, lie under the sky, see the forms of the clouds and the beauty of the stars, and fall in love with yourself once again. If you have the energy and endurance, outdoor activities such as hiking, running, or cycling are great ways to be alone. Number 4, work on your personal development. Remember all those self-improvement projects on your wish list that you have somehow neglected to complete? Bring these goals to reality. You may need some time alone to focus on them. You can learn to play an instrument, write a book, come up with a plan for starting a business, learn a new skill, or become fluent in a second or even third language. Number 5, gently ease into the bliss of relaxation. Take time to relax by doing what you want to do. You will then begin to enjoy spending time alone. During this time, try to forget your problems or worries and set them far at the back of your mind. Number 6, travel alone to your dream destination. You may wonder where the enjoyment is in traveling alone. Still, if you can get over that weird feeling that comes with traveling alone, you should try it. Pack your bags and visit that tourist destination, or spend the weekend at an incredible resort. Number 7, venture out on your own. You may think that learning to be alone requires camping at home and shutting off to the world. However, this is not the case. Going to the movies, grabbing a cup of coffee, or having a dinner on your own is extremely beneficial. But remember, shutting off completely from the world you are part of can bring up a whole lot of negative issues in the long run. Number 8, put your phone and other electronic devices away. If you are going to learn to be alone, you may as well go the distance. This would require avoiding your phone and the diversions it provides. The age we live in bombards us with constant information that is not pertinent to how we should be living our lives. Our phones and devices are the sources of this counterproductive information. The perceived notion of people, that all of us are available to them all the time, can be a burden on your mental and emotional well-being. Switch the phone off and be alone. Number 9, make mistakes without remorse and own them. At this stage in your life, you should realize that making mistakes is inevitable. One should not criticize oneself when making a mistake or choice unintentionally. Ultimately, you should acknowledge your mistakes, learn from them, and go on to feel better and stronger. There are many other ways of learning how to be alone. By doing research and reading up on ways to do this is spending time alone. That's how easy it is, guys. We all need the company of close friends and relatives in order to thrive. This is the essence of who we are. But being human also implies that we need time to think about our values, motivations, and how we connect with other people. You do not have to feel lonely while you are by yourself. You have yourself, after all. Thank you for watching Relentless Man. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell. Please share our channel and look out for our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.